Erin418, and I'm in the same outfit as my last video. And I probably will be in the same outfit for the next video. But that's okay. I am here to talk with you about my 2018 crafty goals. Last year I only had 4 goals because I knew it was going to be tough. This year, that's a lot of goals. So the first thing I'm going to say is I found this blank document on Pinterest. It worked for me because I was able to create separate lists, but all my crafty goals in one space. So I could have sewing goals, I could have yarn goals, I could have cross stitch goals or other goals, and quilting goals. So the list is enormous, but at the same time, I think it is achievable. So let's get started in the craziness. I divided them, as I said, into yarn goals, quilting goals, sewing goals, like other sewing stuff other than quilts, and other crafty goals. Let's start with yarn goals. First goal is always the same, knit 12 pair of socks. I haven't knit any socks yet this year, but I think that one's pretty achievable. Goal number 2 is to knit 12 Christmas ornaments. I did a few last year, and my sister commented that she liked them, so I'm hoping to put together a box of ornaments, not 12 all for her, but a few for her, and then a few for us. I make a couple every year, so 12 ornaments, 1 a month or so. I don't do the best with yearly goals, so I'm not saying I have to knit 1 a month, I'm just saying 12. Next goal, number 3, is 6 adult sweaters. I'm well on my way. I'm halfway through 2 sweaters already, so I think that one's pretty achievable. The next goal is to finish my Foxy Blankets. I was originally making this to be a fundraiser for Seth, and I had to put it away. But I'm going to take it back out because I'm sure there will be other fundraisers that I can give that to, and there may even be some for a memorial fund or something. So, finish the Foxy Blankets. I think I have 6 squares and I wanted to do 12, so that's not too bad. I should be able to bang that out in no time. And my final crafty goal is the same as last year, but different. Last year I wanted to do a block every day. Excuse me. I wanted to do a block every day on my Scrappy Happy Blanket. That did not happen. I did 218. So this year I decided I would make a goal of 200 blocks in my Scrappy Happy Blanket. That way it's not really a yearly goal. It's just a try and get as many done as you can kind of goal. Still years off from finishing this because it is enormous. And those are all my yarn goals. Quilting goals are pretty impressive, but I also think achievable. The first one is I have all of these squares, pre-cut squares of breast cancer fabric, and I would like to put those together into a small lap quilt. I also have cut all my scraps into charm square size, and I would like to make a scrap charm quilt with those, just a plain quilt, nothing fancy. And I want to make it big because I would like to put it on our queen size bed in our camper. And if I have enough, put 2 twin size ones. That's not a goal for this year. I'd like to do a queen one this year and 2 twin ones down the road sometime. All for the camper. Did I bring it up here? I don't know if I did. I didn't. A few years ago I talked about this quilt top that I wanted to do that was sheep. I would like to do the sheep quilt top. I don't need to finish the quilt, I just want to do the top. I have a bunch of jelly rolls, so I would like to do the jelly roll jam quilt top from the Fat Quarter Shop, and I would like to do the jelly roll twist quilt top also from the Fat Quarter Shop. I would like to do the Charm Pack cherry quilt top also from the Fat Quarter Shop. Porter shop. Those are all 3 free patterns, and if I think of it, I will put a link to those in the description down below. Don't hold me to that. If I haven't put them and you want them, just leave a comment to remind me to do that. One other quilt top I would like to do is a disappearing 9 patch with charm squares that I have cut. And not as solid goal as I would like to make some pinwheel squares with no purpose in mind other than to use up, I'm trying to use up my fabric scraps. So those are my quilting goals. So there's 2 full quilts and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quilt tops and then squares. That one's a little bit more lofty, but once I sit down to quilt, it goes fast because everything is already cut. Even the sheep quilt is completely cut out. I just need to sew it together. That moves me on to my just basic sewing goals. I cut out pajama pants for Christmas and I never sewed them. So I'd like to sew those. There's 4 pair. I also am probably 75% done with a dress called the Nancy dress. Of course, I don't have that with me. I'll try and put a link down below. That I was making in August so that I would have a dress. I ran out of time. And then it was not a good time to be sewing on that. So I'd like to finish the Nancy dress. Excuse me. I would like to do the Cashmere Turner dress. I have the pattern and the fabric. I would like to do that. The Mojave dress. Who's that from? Seamwork, I think. The York top, which is from Seamwork. The Sailor top, which I did last year, which is from Tiger Crafts? Something Tiger Craft. Anyway, I'll try. I made a bunch of them last year. I'll try to leave a link down below. The Relaxed Raglan top by Patterns for Pirates, which I made a bunch of last year. And then there's one sewing pattern, M7322. I didn't plan very well for this. It's another top from McCall's from a printed pattern that I would like to sew up. Okay, my other craft goals are 2. Number 1, finish the Woodland Sampler, which maybe I can show you the rest of it. I've got through May done. I'd like to finish that. I've been working on this for a few years. It's time for it to be done. We'll see if that happens. We'll see. I haven't touched it yet. I would like to make 50 everyday cards and 50 Christmas cards. Excuse me. I had planned to make my Christmas cards this year, but just ran out of time. So I would like to do a little work ahead of time this year. And last, but certainly not least, I only have 4 other, is I would like to finish this Mill Hill kit. I have all the cross stitch done on it. I just need to do the beading. Excuse me. And there's the beads. So, those are my goals. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of goals. But at the same time, I do think that I do think this list is achievable. We'll see at the end of the year. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, the underlying theme in my crafting this year is going to be kind of a holdover from last year. I have a lot of craft supplies. I don't need any craft supplies. I always want craft supplies, don't we all? I need to be okay with wanting something and not having it immediately. I need to look around and see what I have and use what I have. I bought all this stuff and these things were given to me. They're beautiful. I want to use them. So I am trying very hard and I've been successful thus far. I don't know what today is. The 15th? 16th? I don't know. So I want to focus on being happy with what I have and being okay with wanting something and not getting it. So those are my goals for this year. I would love to hear what your goals are. Probably not as crazy as mine are. I tend to be a little bit delusional in what I think I can complete. But I think that's all I have for today. Yeah. Tell me what your goals are for this year. I'd love to hear them, as I said. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. All right? Bye-bye.